There we go. I had to swing all around to use as many calories as possible to try to combat what I ate this evening. Hey, welcome to Caching in the Northwest. You know this is the official podcast of GeoWoodstock 18 right here in the great Pacific Northwest. Now, it's Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific or thereabouts, and I'm Chris of the Northwest, and we're going to talk about geocaches and geocachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're fighting the effects of tryptophan, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
It is Thursday night at 9 p.m. and tonight we're going to talk about things to be thankful for. One thing I'm thankful for normally is my home studio.
Yeah.
And observant viewers might know I'm not there. Oh, it might look slightly similar, but yeah, I've had all kind of technical issues tonight trying to make this work in an other than home location. And yeah, you know, half an hour ago, everything was working perfectly. And then everything just went down as it does. And rebooted and reconfigured and just barely scraping by, but here we are.
Oh boy. Hey, you know, even though you're a little more transparent than normal, perhaps we can talk about some deep things. Let's talk, you and me.
Okay.
No, not really. Hey, for our international listeners, it's Thanksgiving. I couldn't think of the holiday here for a moment. It's Thanksgiving here in America, so we've all had our big dinners. Wits End is actually at work at the moment.
So it's U.S. Thanksgiving. I've not had a big dinner because but we had some boxed sandwiches in the fridge. So thankfully I didn't have to purchase my dinner. But
there you go.
It's okay.
You're thankful for that?
Yeah, I'm thankful for not paying for it. Yeah. Thankful that I could take a little break here at work and come chat with you folks. I don't have my chat window open. I am totally unprepared here. I tried.
That's
I really
okay.
did.
You know what though? What? Let me tell you something we're thankful for, and that's our sponsors.
Absolutely.
And as always, we start with the Land Shark, and a quick reminder that we appreciate the support of our patrons who help keep this podcast coming each and every week. And thanks to Land Sharks, one of our corporate Denali level sponsors. I'm sorry. Wits End with the analog shark has broken me up.
I'm trying. I don't know.
Now, Land Sharks is once again hosting a holiday special event. It's the Caching in the Northwest live podcast and holiday celebration at the new Shark Store. Yeah, that's right.
I've never been there.
New Shark Store. I haven't been there either. I hope we don't get lost because I hear it's near the water and there are sharks in the water, or at least sharks near the water. Yeah.
Okay.
That's GC8 Hotel Juliet Foxtrot 6. And I hope things are drying up in the northern climes before we get there. Things are not looking better is what I'm hearing. But we've still got a little bit. And also, thank you to our other corporate Denali level sponsor, Gold Country Geotourism. They want to remind you to start planning for when travel opens back up by visiting exploregoldcountry.com.
It would be right here if it was
there. It would
there.
be right there.
Or no, it would be over here. It'd be over here. Either way, it's not there.
That was like the Canadian hello.
You know, yeah, look over there at his screen. Okay. It would look like that.
There are places to visit and geocaches to find, but please pay attention to the disabled caches and the closed Forest Service roads. You may need to give some time to the spaces to help recover from both floods and fire. Marcy thinks you have a nice interpretation there.
Okay. It's the best I got. I wish I could do better, but you know.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, if you want to know more about supporting the show, click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com, a website.
There you go.
A website. I don't.
It's a website.
Yeah, there's, you know, Somehow the Canadians put an extra syllable in there. I'm not sure how they
Hmm.
do it.
They have extra vowels. So, well, you
Oh
wouldn't think
yes,
they have extra vowels because they use them a lot.
they have an abundance of vowels.
Hmm.
Some might say a plethora.
Oh, would you say a plethora? All right.
Hey, folks. Well, Wits End, are you prepared for the next segment?
I'm just scrolling to see what that segment might be. Is it
Might
a glow,
it's the
perhaps?
glow.
How's my audio? Can you hear me read the glow? Okay, I just pulled it up, so this is
Yeah.
truly as cold read as it gets. We'll give it a
Hey,
shot.
it's time for the glow or the geocaching log of the week. So whether you read it or whether you wrote it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. You can send an email or a recording to feedback@cachingNW.com. You can call into 253-693-TFTC and just show us how you glow.
That's right. And this week's glow, we're thankful for on this U.S. Thanksgiving. It's from Trexer Zero, who submitted a log from Highlander 71, who found an unknown cache GI mystery walkabout.
Ooh, a walkabout.
Walkabout. The log says, I began my research toward the final solution, being a casual visitor at this famous institution. I'll go grab a map as the cache page advised, but they are no more. Why am I unsurprised? Lockdown tossed a monkey in the wrench deep. If I cannot solve the riddle, how will I ever go to sleep? A guardian angel appeared, our sanity to save. So I set out, renewed, on my quest, feeling brave. At home, warm and cozy, I followed the tracks, giving possible solutions a couple of whacks. But still I was lost, so with much trepidation, I messaged the owner out of sheer desperation. He generously informed me I was closer than I thought, so I gathered my resources for my ultimate shot. If I fiddled with this, guessed at that and the other, which told me the info I needed was another. Aha, said my brain as things fell into place. That's right, he confirmed. So it now was a race. Should I eagerly rush out now that the final is known? Nah, better not go face to face with a bomb cyclone. So today was the day, despite seeming wet and dreary. It rains in Vancouver, but the leaves make it cheery. The rain did its wonderful job keeping muggles away, so I could take my time, which was sorely needed today. The route to Ground Zero was covered in orange. Oh crap, there isn't anything that rhymes. Anyway, it took me longer to find than I expected. I knew I'd seen this type of hide before, but this one was tricky, and there are so many windows around Ground Zero. Many thanks to Rough Draft for the original concept. Kudos to Trexer Zero for keeping it going and making it solvable as intended. And even though, as the poem above suggests, I figured it out without leaving my computer chair, I did visit all the stages today after I had signed the log.
Oh, interesting.
There you
Sounds like that could be an armchair solve there.
go.
We
It sounds
we
like you
won't.
got wet and orange, or the orange was involved.
Yeah.
What does rhyme with orange?
Apparently, only Land Monkey knows, and he's not telling.
Hmm. He might tell us if he was here. Oh well.
Oh, by the way, Land
Hmm.
Monkey's not here. In case you haven't noticed,
Some say he's not here.
and others can confirm it.
That's right.
All we know is he's no longer called the Land Monkey on this show this evening.
Not tonight. We can call him that. We can call him a lot of things when he's not here.
Yeah. Hey, we are going to talk about things we're thankful for because it is U.S. Thanksgiving. So if you want to say things that you're thankful for, use the hashtag thanks. There you go. And we'll add that to tonight's show. We do have our chat lackey with us. So thank you, chat lackey, for staying with us. It was just a regular work day for chat lackey. But
And
for
me?
us, I guess I was going to say for most of the U.S., we had the day off. But
Actually, it's
my
not a
son's
normal work day
working.
for me.
You're working. Yeah,
Yeah.
not normal. Oh, and of course, you can use hashtag FATAS to bring things up in the after show, like maybe events you've headed to lately or what you're planning to do over the weekend. So, without any further ado, I think we should jump to news.
Do you?
Do I? I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's do.
Without ado being any further involved.
Okay.
The GIF reel goes live. Did you know this? This was a surprise to me. It was earlier this week. I should have thought about it, but I didn't.
I'm learning it
It's
right now.
it's a wrap for the International Geocaching Film Festival, or GIF, as we like to say on this show.
Well,
And
the way you read it, it's the IGF.
Geocaching International Film Festival.
There you go. There's a GIF.
Thank you. Well, sometimes you got to put things out of order just to appreciate, the order that they were originally placed in.
Film Festival du Geocaching International, or something weird like that.
You are so international.
No, I'm not really. Please continue.
So it's over. The events are over. You can't go to any more GIF events.
I missed them.
Yeah. And we love, well, it's the GIF that keeps on giving, says Brightline. The GIF. So we love seeing the creativity of the geocaching community, and there's still more to be excited about when it comes to GIF. Couldn't make an event? You can still enjoy the GIF 2021 online, earn a souvenir, and vote in the People's Choice Award. That's the PCA for most of us. You can check out our blog for more information. That's the geocaching blog, by the way.
Yes.
And you can watch all the GIF films and vote. The GIF films should be on YouTube by now, right? Perhaps even Vimeo. Who knows where they're putting them this year.
But a little bit of Googling, sleuthing on your part, I'm sure you'll come across them without great difficulty.
I bet if you put the words Geocaching International and Film Festival into, well, any search engine, it'll bring you to the right page.
Go ask Jeeves. He might know.
Ooh, I did like Jeeves.
You might want to throw 2021 in the search query as well, because there have been others. Just saying.
And I think my computer locked up.
You are rather static on the screen there. I've been having issues with my computer and the Wi-Fi connection here, so who knows? I can still hear you just fine. It's just your image doesn't update.
Well, that's good. Why don't you read the next news article, and I'll come right back.
You do look rather contemplative there. The next article I see here is that there is a new geocaching country or regional souvenir for North Macedonia. That was covered in a very long URL from the mailtribune.com. And that was great. So I'm looking forward to that if I ever get out of here. I'm not sure I will. The scavenger hunt here, there's a story about geocachers helping Sanctuary 1. 45 people participated in GPS-aided scavenger hunt Saturday. I don't know which Saturday this is. Let's see, I do. This was a article. This is the Mail Tribune article. I stand corrected, from November the 6th, or the 6th of November, if you prefer. It's 11/6 or 6/11, depending on how you write your international date format. In any case, it was earlier this month, November of 2021, and there was a scavenger hunt that was organized jointly by the Southern Oregon Geocaching and Sanctuary 1. So they host lots of get-togethers, this organization, Southern Oregon Geocaching Organization, and it sounds like it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of information here that's very generic about describing geocaching, which I'm just going to go out on a limb and gloss over, because if you're here, you've probably heard of geocaching a little bit, maybe once. I don't know. They interviewed people and said they like geocaching because it gets them out to places they wouldn't normally go. And another guest there said the activity provided her with noticeable health benefits. And I can concur. I've had some good exercise on the geocaching trail. Enough that she said her doctor asked what she's been doing. Greenman's and Central Point look forward to some time spent geocaching. I see waving coming from another host, so I may no longer be having to carry this all by myself here. But if you get down to Southern Oregon, check out the Southern Oregon geocaching and check out this article on mailtribune.com from November and read all about it.
Well, I'm back. Did you miss me?
Horribly, terribly, because I just stumbled all over that and combined two stories, two into one. But
Ooh, that's extra value right there at no
this
extra
is
charge.
this is what happens with technical issues and stumbling into the show blind 5 minutes after we're supposed to already be going and not having any clue what we're doing tonight. But I'm thankful to be here.
Yes, that's right. I typically do that every week, but we're not telling anybody that.
It's our little secret. Don't tell the monkey.
Ah, so are you looking forward to exploring Medford?
I have driven through Medford. It was a nice area. It's pretty down there. I don't know that I'm going to get there in the wintertime, but I might. Who knows?
It's right on I-5. It's not
Hashtag
too bad.
geocache road trip.
Yes, there you go. So, folks, we want to say thank you. As American Thanksgiving comes around, this is one of my favorite holidays because the whole purpose for the holiday is in the name, right? To give thanks, Thanksgiving. So I want to say thank you to all of you who are listening, to our patrons, to our listeners. Thank you so much. You know, we do this podcast because we enjoy it, because we like interacting with you on a weekly basis. That's really the reason we do it, is because we have fun. And we only do that because of you. So thank you so much for what you do for the podcast each and every week. We appreciate you.
Indeed. Do we want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters like Land Sharks, Gold Country Geo Tour, Team Squirrel, Groovy Owl, and Cashley?
Well, I think we should. We usually
like
do. Yes.
Yeah. And if I scroll back up, I would have read the second part of this. I'm reading first because is first in the notes, but I had scrolled too far because touchpads, laptops, limited screen. It's a bad story. So let's take a moment to thank Land Sharks and Gold Country specifically. They are our corporate Denali level sponsors. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online. Come see them on the 18th of December. And they do ship online orders daily. They might even ship something on the 18th, but if you're there, you don't need them to ship it. You can pick it up in person.
That's right.
And for absolutely amazing geocaching adventures, check out exploregoldcountry.com. Sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. There is an option on the website, I believe, to say I want to come pick it up. You can order it online and then come pick it up at the Sharks. So
sounds great.
Make sure you do that. Three Hams says thank you for podcasting.
Saves postage, and the supply chain is stressed right now. So,
boy, isn't it though?
And thank you for joining us in the chat there, Three Hams. I appreciate you being here, and everybody in the chat.
There were some other things. Dora Moore said, I had a hard time choosing a GIF winner this year, a GIF winner.
I had a really hard time since I haven't seen them yet.
Well, you've got some free time tonight. Maybe you
actually I did. I said 7.
Oh, yes, you did.
When Briarlang asked last week, which is my favorite, I said 7. I haven't seen any of them, but 7's a nice number.
And a great name if you're George Costanza.
Yeah.
It could be for a boy or a girl.
Or 7 of 9. That's a different genre altogether.
Well, they stole that from George Costanza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was T-Bone. Oh, no, that's different.
No, 7 is what he wanted to name his child because it's Mickey Mantle's number.
Ah, okay.
So it's the perfect number.
Sure. Of course.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. In case you needed anything.
I don't have the chat up. Is there anything else?
Not a lot going on right now in the chat.
Okay. Well, a lot of the U.S. people are having time with their family, and we're glad they are. They'll stumble across this in their podcast feed at some point and go, glad I stayed with my family and didn't join those jokers on that Thursday.
Just finding our way says, I'm thankful for the hope of visiting the Northwest in August. I wonder why August. That's an odd month to visit.
I'm looking forward to meeting people in August.
Yes.
Because I think August might be the first time that we're actually allowed to go anywhere or get out of the house. I'm not sure. Who knows?
I can't figure out what we're supposed to do anymore. No, it's
Keep
easier.
mov-
Just stay in the house and don't talk to people.
just keep moving the goalposts. It's fine.
Mhm. Kitty Quest said I had a scaled down version of Thanksgiving dinner in our house tonight, and did the full deal on Canadian Thanksgiving, but had something to do today and spent some time midday digging a small trench
Not fun.
in my side yard to divert water away from the house.
Yeah. Well, I hope your house stayed dry. I hope that trench was
Yeah.
successful in its mission. And I'm glad that you were able to enjoy 2 Thanksgivings, at least on some level.
That's right.
So,
And time to learn about French drains.
yeah, yeah. I try to
I
be
guess
thankful every day, but this is always a good time once a year when the official holiday rolls around, or twice a year if you do both of them. You know, just a reminder to go, hey, you haven't been thankful for a while, because I forget.
several years ago I made thanks a key point in my life to always say thank you, to people, and you know what? That is it stuck with me. It's become a habit. And
It makes a
I
difference.
it really does. I think it helps to refocus my attitude that, hey, you know what? I didn't do this on my own. I had people help me. So thank
Hmm.
you for helping, thank you for doing this, thank you for doing that. Now
Indeed.
I realize if you say thank you too often, it seems insincere. So
And here's a little
so
tip.
with that wit's end, I won't thank you anymore for anything the rest of
Yeah,
the year.
who cares? But seriously, here's a little tip that I struggle with. It's also important to gracefully accept when somebody thanks you,
Mhm.
because I tend to deflect. And, when you thank somebody and they just blow it off, it, it doesn't always set so well so it's hard. I admit it's hard for me, but when somebody thanks me, I try to graciously accept that. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So,
And Kitty Quest is thankful to say the trench worked.
oh, good, good, good.
I did some waterproofing this week as well around my house. I got a basement with a garage door on it, the old carriage door where they would,
Yeah,
put the carriage in the horse, or maybe just the carriage. Um, and it comes down. There's a well that leads down to it. So I've got this huge surface area that does nothing but catch rain and funnel it into my house. So it's been decent, but we've had some work done, and but you know what? I need to get one of those rubber strips that go in front of the garage door that just
sure.
provide enough of a bump that would channel water away. So I've installed that.
Yeah, yeah. Earlier this year, I spent more money than I wanted to, but I had my house completely re-roofed, and
Mm-hmm.
boy, has that helped me to sleep at night right now. The money was hard to spend, but it's
Right.
sure nice to have a good, solid new roof on the house with all the rain we've had lately.
Oh, and all the wind, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm about a year behind you on the roof.
So there's another thing I'm thankful for today.
You know, little things. Well, it's not a little thing, right? Like, a dry house and a warm bed. Things
Yeah.
like that. Those are things to be thankful for. Not
Mhm.
everybody has those. Not everybody in this country, not everybody in the world. So, we are truly blessed to live where we live and to have the things that we have. So, and to have the friends that we have.
Mhm. And to thank our patrons, and we're thankful for
Mhm.
all of them, all the people in the chat.
Well, I think we should read through our patrons.
I'd love that.
Here, wait.
They're
I
a great
updated
group.
it. There we go.
Oh,
You ready?
yes, it just changed
It
before
just
my very
changed.
eyes. Okay, I'll
Like
see if I can.
Sege Hove,
And RE54321,
Wet Coaster,
Skyhawker,
Dora Moore,
Gas Station Tuna,
On a Boat,
CRS98,
You Talks to Rocks,
Kev MacD,
Team Noltex,
LG9000,
Kid Vegas 19.
Limax,
Hey, the person who thanks us for podcasting. I had to go back and look what he said. 3 hams and a rose.
And the Glow contributor, Trexer 0.
Keats 94.
Subway Mark.
Wino Seattle.
Peach of Washington.
Fairwood West.
Green Words.
The Camp Clan.
Antaeus.
Cannel Barb.
Tick Magnet.
Logwork.
The Geo Travelers.
Kitty Quest.
Alarobrick.
MC3 Cats.
Ackerdoc.
Boomer 365.
GeoNav Pros.
Genice.
GSM times 2.
You would think these are almost alphabetic, but they're not. T. Sayer.
Seebeck Tribe.
Broncos fan for life.
Korsgat.
M. Nerve.
Sprouter.
Donners.
Just Finding Our Way.
B. Pendragon.
And you, Dak.
Oh, me, Dak?
And this, not in this particular case, it's just you, Dak.
Oh,
but
okay.
and I'm thankful for you for hanging out with me every Thursday night.
Oh, you know what? It's the highlight of my week. I just to stay here and hang out with my friends is great. Hey, 3 hams installed a Wi-Fi linked water sensor in my basement a year ago after a second water intrusion through the basement drainage.
Yeah.
It sends an alert to my phone if an event is detected and emits a 90 dB alarm in the house.
That's better than an alert in the house and a 90 dB alarm in your phone.
Either way, that's not something you're sleeping through, is it?
Yeah, I was going to say, that would be awkward in the middle of church.
Oh, just last night, my fire detector smoke detector began to chirp. First I thought, that was just part of that commercial, right? And then a couple commercials later, ding! That's not part of the commercial. That's not supposed to be there.
At least you were watching TV. The last time mine did that, it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's usually when it happens.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Do you have that last, or are we?
GSM times 2 says, "Ooh, I'm late. What did I miss?"
Hey, start over. Just start the whole thing over.
I was going to say we're keeping this episode short, so you missed everything.
Almost.
Yeah.
Just about. Yeah.
Yeah. See, everything.
Yeah. So says the Bryline.
The Bryline. Hey, we still have time for the after show. So if you've got anything to add in there, we've got a whole nother show after the first show.
After the show, yeah.
The after show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who came up with that name, but it seems to fit.
It does.
Hey, folks, thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, click the Patreon link on the CachingNW.com website. And if you didn't like the show, let us know what you want us to talk about. In either case, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and more. Subscribe and give us a review. You can call into 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, ask us a question, or email us a pie any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Pacific for a live show and chat. The show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, and Jay Kennedy. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2021 by Chris Umfenauer. And folks, I ask you to stay tuned for, hold on. There.
The after show.
Sorry, when I restarted my computer, I wasn't in the right spot here in my little thing. I didn't have the key I was looking for. It was the key of C.
Let's see. Who was it that just joined us? Was it GSM times 2 or?
Yes.
So here, what you missed is that I am not in my home studio tonight. So since it's now the after show, I'm going to try to make a change here and see. It might completely throw me offline, but let's find out.
Okay. UDAC is late too.
Yes. Boom. Hey, look at that. See? Pulled back a little behind the curtain here.
It's not easy being green.
I volunteered tonight to do the overtime holiday coverage. So I'm not in my home studio, but I am in a studio. So Just thought you have a little peek as to where I am, and there's something going on up there.
What is
I don't know, but yeah. So there we are. It's there's a whole lot of apparatus and gear around here and there. So yeah,
So,
and I really tried to make it look just like my home studio so that nobody would be any wiser. And well, it all worked in the test. And
Yeah.
then it just all went down the tubes when we tried to do the podcast for real. It's how it goes. So yeah,
so you could stand over there and do the weather.
I could. Yeah. It's going to be wet.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. In November of 2021, it's just going to be wet. So there you go. But that's where I am tonight. Just got to stay through the 11 p.m. news, and we're good.
Yeah.
So
3 Hams that says it looks like it's a news anchor desk over there. Well,
There is-
actually,
there
that's
is one over
Wits
there,
End's
yeah.
extended studio.
it's
That's why we have him
something we're
read.
working on.
Why we have him read the news, because, well, he's got the place to stand there and do it.
Yeah. Let's see. I could walk over here. Oh, squeaky shoes on the floor. Yeah, the lights are not all set up, but yeah, there is a
It's like we're
there is a
there.
real news studio there.
Mhm.
It's kind of, sort of. Yeah. So.
Wet
get the
Coaster
glare.
wants to know if this is the new almost live show.
No.
No.
No, because on Thursday we are live. There ain't no almost about it. Oh, but it did. Here, I have to do this too because it's that night.
Oh, you wore the shirt. So for those of you that are listening, Wits End has taken off his jumper, as some would call it, or sweater,
It's
and
a
underneath
sweater.
he has his WKRP Turkey Drop t-shirt.
Yes, because God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably couldn't read that where I was standing. I have no idea. This whole technical wise, this whole show was really not the best, but I'm
Well,
glad to have been here with you guys.
Yeah, I wanted to do a live show tonight on Thanksgiving. We, other shows don't, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
3 Hams is absolutely shocked that you're wearing pants.
Well, I am at work.
Oh yeah. And
So it's
GSM
kind of a
times 2
requirement.
also noticed you're wearing pants.
Yeah.
So, I just want to let you know I'm holding down the no pants
This
end
is
of the bargain here.
the holiday exception
Okay.
because I want to remain employed. So there's
I don't know. It's Seattle. You may be able to.
I'm not willing to take that risk.
Okay.
So
Wet Coaster says if you're going to go to the show at the Land Sharks, remember to to book your BC ferry trip early.
don't forget to tip your waiter.
That too.
Yeah.
GSM times 2 also said, I learned a lot about doing adventure labs without a data connection. Would you like a link to the draft document I created? Maybe we should have him come on and talk about it.
We could do that.
Because, there could be people that are traveling across the border, say sometime in August,
Potentially.
that may or may not have a data connection available to them. And there's going to be at least one adventure lab somewhere up there.
Indeed. All right.
Don't forget to weigh your tipper.
Yes.
No, that's not the way this works.
Yeah. Don't forget to tip your server.
That's right. Hey, folks, thank you for joining us on a holiday edition of Caching
Indeed.
in the Northwest. And until next week, go and have some leftovers and then get out and get caching in the Northwest.